Michigan going high-low.
King, jumper. Huge shot. Two-point basket. Two-pointer.
And their perimeter.
It's the 1993 Men's College Basketball Championship game. Michigan was leading 67-63 with 4 minutes and 32 seconds remaining. UNC then went on a 9-0 run, capped with a dunk by 7-footer Eric Montross with only 58 seconds to play, putting the Tar Heels up 72-67. Michigan's Ray Jackson hit a jumper, slicing the deficit to 3. Michigan then called a timeout, its last of the game. After the break, UNC's Brian Reese turned the ball over on the ensuing possession. Michigan's Jalen Rose missed a shot, but star man Chris Webber was there to get the rebound and score on the follow-up. It was 72-71 with 36 seconds left. Michigan then fouled Pat Sullivan. He made the first free throw but missed the second, giving UNC a 73-71 cushion. With the Wolverines trailing by 2, Webber skied for the rebound on the missed UNC free throw with 19 seconds remaining. His teammates sprinted up court, leaving him alone in the backcourt for just a moment. Flustered, Webber traveled and got away with it and then dribbled up the court before calling a timeout Michigan didn't have. Webber was punished with a technical, and after which UNC hit both free throws and the game was over. Just like that, the best recruiting class and arguably the best collection of talent in college basketball ended their run together. 2 years together and 2 runs to the championship game, and yet they have nothing to show for it. Literally. All of that has been wiped from the history books. I guess the only thing left to ask now is why? Chris Webber and Jalen Rose were meant to be enemies, rivals, each representing a different side of the same coin, a yin and a yang. Webber attended Detroit Country Day, a private school in the cushy part of Detroit. Rose, on the other hand, attended Southwestern High School, which was a public school he had to get up at the crack of dawn and take 2 buses to get to. They were aware of each other and finished top in the Michigan High School Basketball Player of the Year award race their senior year. You'd imagine there would be some rivalry there, perhaps even some beef. So it was a shock to almost everyone when Rose decided to join Webber at Michigan. Those two alone would make the Wolverines a fantastic team to watch. But that wasn't all. Joining them was Juwan Howard, who had a successful career at Chicago Vocational Career Academy, Jimmy King, who was a high school All-American out of Plano East Senior High School, and Ray Jackson, who attended Lyndon B. Johnson High School in Austin, Texas. At first, only 3 of the freshmen started for the 91-92 Michigan men's basketball team. They all played when the season opened on December 2nd, 1991, against the University of Detroit, but did not all play at the same time until December 7th against Eastern Michigan, and did not start regularly until February 9th, 1992. In that first game starting together, the 5 freshmen scored all the team's points against Notre Dame. Yes, every single one of their 74 points. You knew right then and there that this was a seismic event in college basketball. Famed Detroit journalist Ryan Burwell recalled years later to ESPN. You knew that everything had changed. From a style of play standpoint, the Fab Five were box office. Decades before positionless basketball was commonplace in the basketball world, Michigan's star-studded recruiting class had power forwards passing like point guards and swingmen slamming like centers. Despite finishing 3rd in the Big Ten, they managed to finish strong, going 7-10 in their last 10 games. Along the way, Jalen Rose set a new record for points by a freshman. They qualified for the NCAA tournament, and in the Elite 8 round, they had a rematch against the Jimmy Jackson-led Ohio State Buckeyes team that had beaten them twice during the regular season by double digits. Michigan won the rematch as the Fab Five scored all but 2 Wolverine points. In the championship game, the Fab Five suffered a tough defeat to the number 1 seeded Duke. However, the season as a whole was viewed as an incredible success story. While falling short of winning a championship, the Fab Five season had destroyed the notion that freshman players couldn't lead college teams, which was a huge accomplishment in its own right. The Fab Five's impact extended past basketball though. To this day, there's nothing more recognizable than their black shoes and black socks, a trend Nike ended up making millions of. Every hoop in America shaved their heads. Former Cincinnati Bearcats guard Alex Meacham told Boardroom, "I was at David Creever's basketball camp and Kobe's head was shaved. KG's head is shaved. Everybody had a bald head. They had people shaving their heads at 15 years old." While high school hoopers wanted to be just like Jalen and Chris, college kids still wanted went to beat them. Michigan entered the 92-93 season among the favorites to take home the national championship. They enjoyed another successful season, finishing the regular season with a 31-5 record, and Chris Webber continued to stand out, leading the team in both points and rebounds. They of course made it to the tournament and tore through everyone in their sights, as numerous NCAA records tumbled as the team reached the Division I men's basketball championship game for the second consecutive year. And we all know what happened next.
The Fab Five comes up short again. There you have it. North Carolina is the 1993 national champion.
What a lot of people don't know is that there was a sinister side to the story, and if you've paid attention to any college basketball pre-NIL, you've probably seen this coming. It was discovered in the late 90s that several members of the Michigan basketball program had received payments from booster Ed Martin. Among those who took payments were Maurice Taylor, Robert Taylor, Lewis Bullock, and Chris Webber. Webber initially denied taking payments from Martin before eventually admitting to taking payments during the legal process. As a result of Webber's role in the Ed Martin scandal, the Fab Five would see any and all record of their achievements at the University of Michigan vanish. Their wins were vacated and their names and achievements erased from the record books. Additionally, the basketball program was placed on 4 years of probation, 4 years of postseason ineligibility, and would lose one scholarship for each of the 4-year probation period. The NCAA would also require the University of Michigan to distance itself from those who were found guilty of taking payments, leading Webber to be banned from any association with the university until 2012. Coach Steve Fisher was also fired after more than 15 years with the college. 4 of the 5 members went on to play in the NBA. Only Jackson did not. King played 2 seasons. Howard was a one-time NBA All-Star and won 2 NBA championships with Miami Heat. Rose grew as a player between 1999 and 2000, leading the Indiana Pacers in scoring the year they reached the NBA Finals in 2000. Webber was an NBA All-Star and leading scorer on the Sacramento Kings team that reached the Western Conference Finals in 2002. As a member of the Miami Heat, Howard became the first and only member of the Fab Five to win an NBA championship in 2012. Rose and Webber are now presenters and TV personalities. Howard returned to Michigan and is now their head coach. King is now a financial advisor on Wall Street, and Jackson runs a moving company.